Today, we're upgrading our relationships, not all of them, just the certain relationships that will block you from attracting abundance. Now, when you move on from those relationships, all of a sudden, you bring in abundance. Who knew? And that's why we're talking today about how to deal with complainers. Complainers are people who act like they're a zero. They have zero to offer, zero to put on the table, zero talent. Zeros deliberately pair up with someone who's a hero. A hero has 100% to offer, 100% to give, 100% talent. So you do the math. Who's getting the short end of the stick here? Now, I know at a certain point it doesn't make sense to you. Why would a hero pair up with a zero? In the Old Testament, there was a wise old prophet named Samuel, and he pairs up with a dumb, young, full of fun nobody named Saul. And the Israelites keep asking God for a king, someone who'll, quote unquote, do all the work for us. So they say to God, we're tired of being decision makers, making our own decisions about our own future and the direction of our own lives. Why don't you, God, appoint us a king who will do that for us? And God says, well, that's not how it works, but okay. So God gets on Tinder. Starts swiping left, and he's like, no, no, wow, what's with this guy's, what's with that hat he's hiding? Oh, he's on steroids. Yeah, that guy has mommy issues. Oh, no, you're not the Israelites type. That, yeah, Jim, I'm gonna Jim. Well, so many tattoos. Finally, he lands on one 14 kilometers away, Gibeah. Okay, it's perfect. So God tells Samuel, okay, I found our new king. And Samuel asks, where'd you find him? And God says, well, he's very attractive. They're going to like him. And Samuel says, where'd you meet him? And God says, well, I haven't met him yet, but I'm going to arrange for you to meet him and crown him king. So Samuel goes, okay, where and when? And God matches with Saul on Tinder. God matches with Saul on Tinder, and he messages him. He's going to make him king, and he sets up the date with Samuel. So God pairs Samuel, the hero, with Saul, the zero, because God is making a point. Here I am, God, I gave you a hero, and you, my people, are asking me for a zero. So here you go. And he's letting the people see for themselves that they got a bad picker. And that's when you always pick the wrong people to trust. Now, if you got a bad picker, you're gonna block your abundance. So here's a clue. Samuel, the prophet, summons the people of Israel, all 12 tribes. He makes this big announcement. Okay, you asked for a king. Boom, here's your king. Everyone's looking around. Saul is hiding in the supply closet. He's like, not ready to step up to the plate. So they go grab him. He's like, who, me? And everyone's like, yeah, our hero Samuel said, you're it, you're king. So, Saul shrugs his shoulders. He's like, yeah, okay, sure. There's a difference between being humble and being scumbro. In other words, flip it. Like when you're humble, you take a great honor seriously. And when you're like flippant, you take a great honor like as a joke or as an aside. And you deny that it's an honor because that way you can deny that you have any power or any responsibility. That's not stepping up to the plate. It's actually stepping back and away from what you're called to do. Humility is courage. Being flippant is cowardice. So let's go ahead and talk about when someone consistently doesn't show up for you. You give them this great honor, they show up late or unprepared or like they don't want to be there, they're acting like they're sick. Now that's what Saul, the zero, does to Samuel, the hero. You're always there for someone, they're never there for you. How do you get roped into feeling sorry for them? It's because of the false promise. A zero will never tell you no. Their answer to everything is yes, yes, yes. Do you want to have kids one day? Yes. Do you want to give me the money to start my business? Yes, yes, because they don't plan on doing any of the work. You're going to do the work, not them. And do you know why you do the work? Because of the false promise. Here comes someone who'll make everything that you've been hoping for, Israelites asking for a king forever, everything you've been working towards, come true. They're going to make you rich. They're going to love you, give you romance. They're going to launch your career. They're going to save you. And anytime you want someone to save you, you've fallen for the false promise. Because even God, when he saves you, God makes you the hero. When you worship someone else and give them credit for everything good in your life, you become the zero. And that's what the Israelites do. They want to be the zero and make someone else the hero. And how many times in your life have you wanted someone to come and save you? That's how you get roped in. That's how the Israelites get roped into trusting the wrong person, Saul. Please write this in your journal. When I long for a hero, basically I'm making myself a zero.